Hello, hello. I think we're going into a red dragon cave. Hey, Andrew. I think that's what we're doing. Right, I got the fluffy bug. Oh my god, Rain did make it.
Check this out!
Okay, there's no rush. We might have a Katarina too later. Perhaps.
Check this out!
Oh yeah, Jessica does have a second attack now. Heck yeah.
Check this out!
Oh, did she? I thought she only had one last stream. She's only had one for the longest time. Let's see if I can use words. Oh, okay. I guess because of all the ridiculousness with my connection, I didn't notice that she over a period of time got her second attack. Aren't you? I know, right? Something is gonna break every time. So, I question how the bug is integrated into this guy's design. He is the expert, but I see a notable lack of bugs in this balloon. I'm just saying. There are many questions with this particular. scary. That was terrifying. Don't know why that was put into a game. It should not be. I'm okay with blowing up a guy's house. You're not instilling much confidence, my dude. And they spend their days just chilling and not, ruling the nation.
Check this out!
I mean, there were only 2 of them. And both don't really fit, I don't think. No, they said it's not hot because it's illusion magic. It's not real. They made it very clear that all this was an illusion.
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess!
Sure, yeah, because neither one of them really worked this time.
Check this out!
I know, right?
Cold device!
Goodness, this is very red. It fits the vibe, but also, goodness, this is very red. It hurts my eyes a little bit. Oh, for sure, but there is a point where you have to take into account that people are going to be, you know, playing this.
In the name of the goddess!
Wear shades. I have to wear glasses, Andrew. I can't just wear shades. I would snark you, Rain, about me getting lost. That's kind of a fool's errand, because everybody knows I get lost. Right?
Check this out!
By the power of Althena!
Oh! He has 3 attacks now.
In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
Cold device!
Oh!
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess!
I'm doing pretty good today. I was very sleepy at work. How do I get it? I want it. How are
Check
you?
this out!
Althena, lend me your power!
Check this out!
Jeez.
By the power of Althena!
You're never gonna finish 10. Just because you are the opposite of me and love all of the minigames.
Check this out!
By the power of Althena! Fury of the Flame!
It is technically a minigame.
Check this out!
It is a side activity that is not part of the MSQ. And takes very little skill.
In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
Right, I even double checked. I'm like, did he just heal me?
Cold of Ice!
Want to make sure that they actually use the sound effect accurately. I could totally imagine like some games doing the sound effect and doing the light thing, but not actually heal you.
Check this out!
All right.
Fury of the Flame!
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
By the power of Althena! In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess!
Check this out!
Gotcha!
Fury of the Flame!
Oh,
Check this out.
I'm starting to get turned around.
In the name of the goddess!
I mean, anybody can use Lost Command Rain. Hey, Stella. I'm pretty sure that I just saw was my way forward, but chest first. What is that? A one-time auto resurrect. No thanks.
Check this out.
By the power of Althena! In the name of the goddess!
Always happy to have you, Stella. Wow. Listen, if she wants to spend all of her time on the moon, she can. Lunar way. Cute. I did actually save, right? Okay. Into the fire.
Check this out.
Blessing of Althena! Cold of Ice!
It's okay. You can be doomed to stars, and I'll be doomed to the frozen
Check
wastes.
this out.
Cold of Ice!
No. I can picture it now. You had those glow in the dark plastic stars on your ceiling. Space is gorgeous. I have just branded myself as, you know, an ice queen. No. I feel like she's tried.
Check this out!
Blessing of Althena!
Check this out!
By the power of Althena!
Yeah! Huh! Check this out!
You're not gonna hear me say anything one way or another about my mentoring abilities.
Blessing of Althena!
Huh!
Left. We're so helpful.
Check this out.
Woo!
Yeah!
By the power of Althena!
Gotcha!
Clearly you should be in call, right? It's on brand. Blue.
Check this out. Yeah! Huh! Check this out. Yeah!
Blessing of Althena!
Huh!
Cold of Ice!
Yeah!
Blessing of Althena!
Gotcha!
Cold of Ice!
Okay, one's down.
Check this out. Yeah!
I'm fine. I won with ease. What do you mean? And it works out. Woo, not in there. Okay, good. Now I can go in there. You know what? Can I not be in here? Like, hang on. There we go. Let me out. Kyle, you're a jackass. Right? And then they just take the balloon. Technically, Jessica's his ex. Technically. didn't bother to heal me. Rude. All right. Let's go to that one. I need 80,000 money. This is about to get obnoxious.
Check this out!
Cold device.
Check this out!
Athena, lend me your power.
Check this out!
In the name of the goddess.
Check this out! this out!
Welcome back, Andrew.
Gotcha!
Fury of the flame!
Hi, Katarina.
Hello. People are dumb. That's why I'm late, by the way.
There was lots of rubber banding on the road. Rubbernecking.
Rubber banding and rubbernecking.
Yeah, kind of both, really.
Check this out!
Both the
I was-
gaming term
I was-
and the non-gaming term.
Yep.
Gotcha!
Fury of the flame!
There was an accident on the other side of the highway. And that accident delayed me by 45 minutes. Wasn't even on my side of the highway. It affected my traffic not at all, except that people were like, "What that?"
And also, yes, Andrew, it is back. I'm not sure why it didn't trigger. Because you did it correctly.
No idea.
Everything's breaking. Okay.
Hello, Strava.
Check this out!
Gotcha!
You and
Alpina,
people.
lend me your power!
Wow.
Check this out!
I'll see what's going on with it here in a little bit.
The bot decided
Cool
it's done.
device!
Maybe it's taking a break today. I don't know. I'm just here.
It's taking a break today.
The shop has decided to close early, and I'm not sure why.
Check this out!
I know.
Huh? Gotcha!
Fury of the flame!
I told you not to put up the extra wards.
Wow. I'm glad you like the the responses I put in there.
Check this out!
Why is the alert command not working? Hang on.
Blessing of Alpina!
Time to investigate a little bit.
In the name of the goddess!
Excuse you. No? Why is this one command deciding that nah?
It's just like, nah, I'd rather not.
Okay, so when I test it, it works. And it is enabled. No, that was me hitting the test button. That wasn't anything anybody did. As you can tell, it just picked a random person. Interesting. Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
Why is this?
Check this out!
That is the command word. Oh, I 100% can. Apologies, I'm not looking at the screen at all anymore.
Check this out!
Oh no! I actually turned off the bot.
I didn't mean that button. Not that one.
Not that one. So, because now it's going connecting, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Check this out.
Fury of the Flame!
Aha! I fixed it. I don't know how I fixed it, but I fixed it.
Sometimes you just need to beat them. I mean, what?
Wow.
Check this out.
Yes. Smack it with stick.
In the name of the goddess!
I still love that mechanically they made her almost as strong as the guys. As a healer. She literally beats them with stick.
I was gonna say side smack with stick.
I'm a healer, but...
Cat fist.
Battle Cleric. The best thing. I would talk to you about the intricate story, Katarina, but you know what's happening right now? Money grinding.
I mean, I kind of figured, given what you were doing, I'm like, we're just going in circles. Understood.
Check this out.
Listen. The best circles.
Look, I could have just assumed you were lost.
I mean, that's what they usually do. Hang on, that's what the that's what all the chat has led everyone to believe. That at no point am I moving with purpose.
That, so you know, it's a secret. Ice is lost at all times.
No, I'm pretty good about admitting when I have no clue where the fuck I'm going.
No, I know.
But no, in this particular case, I am in fact
Moving
Check
with
this
a
out.
purpose.
moving with a purpose. Not all who wander are lost, just most of the time.
Just most of the time.
That's the rest of the quote. They didn't say that in the book.
That's the rest. That's the rest of the quote, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Check
Andrew,
this
what is
out.
it? But see, I want claw weapons. That'd be so cool. We need more claw weapons in video games.
You mean like how they actually existed in real life? And for somehow we've managed to forget most of them?
Man, she would be the kind of person who would literally scratch somebody's eyes out.
Yeah. Like you said
Check this
earlier,
out.
like the healer meme. I'm a healer, but
Mm-hmm.
Check this out.
Although I also like the fact that she gets a mace.
Cold device!
I thought she had a staff.
Hmm?
I thought she had a staff.
No, her stuff is like literally, so if you look at them, now I think they're probably called a staff, but if you actually look at them, no, it's a mace.
You know that's a mace.
No, it's a metal rod with,
That's a
you know,
water
a
mace.
heavy top. She beats the shit out of people with it.
Check this out.
No, they give it a separate graphic. The way the maces look are different than the staves. So there's her mace. There's her stick. That one's clearly a stick. It doesn't have that very clear, you know, heavy top half. Oh yeah, in battle, sure.
Check this out.
I don't mind. It gets the point across. She does just beat people with it.
Cold device.
But for real, even an actual staff, considering most of them have like a gemstone on the top of it, you could beat somebody over the head with it and actually do some damage.
Check this out.
Like most fantasy sticks, sorry,
Athena,
staves,
lend me your power.
do have just a solid gemstone on the top of them. They're not even hollow. It's literally a rock. And considering crystals are created by pressure, a very dense rock.
Check this out.
Like, I do not foresee that having a hard time giving anybody a concussion.
No. No, I don't think that's don't think that's the issue.
Mm-mm. The mage might have an issue with it later, but you know. Getting blood on their nice stick. Sorry, staff. It's supposed to be an arcane focus, not a bludgeoning weapon. Although I wonder if human blood would actually make it a better arcane focus. Food for thought.
That depends on your magic system.
Check this out.
Like, this sounds eerily similar to the Death Knight character I created in Pathfinder a while ago.
Listen, that's how my brain works.
For context, I made it so that the Death Knight was the only one that could wield its weapon. So its weapon was like bound to him. And the way the mechanic worked for damage was when the Death Knight would hit something, he would heal for a percentage of the damage he dealt.
He's a Dark Knight. Literally just a Dark Knight. Like, classic Dark Knight. Not 14 Dark
Yeah.
Knight.
Check this
Yeah,
out.
not 14, no. Like, yeah, so...
Sanguine Blade.
Fury of the flame.
the whole point of the character was... run at the enemy faster. You're...
Bloodborne.
Check this out.
I still want to put my little drow 10-year-old into a real game. That's what I want to do. He is the one I'm most happy about. I love him. Just because he's a really interesting take on a druid character.
Yeah.
Like, I want to put him in a game.
Which one? Who?
Check
The
this
druid.
out.
The 10-year-old.
Oh.
My little drow. I even already have an answer for if the DM wants to be mean to me because I'm playing a drow. Trust me, I have thought of it. It's very dark, and it will make everyone in the entire table extremely uncomfortable if I have to do it. But it wouldn't be my fault.
Fury of the flame!
It's only going to be used if, you know, the DM is going to be a dick about it. Because drow. I have made this little boy be able to fit into literally any campaign and to deal with any DM.
Check this out!
Basically, Andrew, what I did is I did a Circle of Stars druid. His entire motivation is he wants to leave the Underdark because the drow live in the Underdark in order to see the stars and to learn about the surface world. Easy. Like, this motivation fits into any campaign you could possibly imagine, because most DMs acknowledge the Underdark as part of the material plane. But what I did with him, instead of just a regular Circle of Stars, is I made him like 12. Like, he's real young. And because he's always lived kind of a hermit lifestyle, not by choice, an orphan child. And he's kind of learned everything he knows about various things via just like overhearing adventuring parties passing through, because he's near the surface. Like, he stays near the surface because you don't want to go darker into the Underdark. You don't want to go down there. He'll die. But like, the Circle of Stars druid focuses on, instead of like the wild shape mechanic, they have like different constellation forms based on like constellations in the sky. But again, the Underdark doesn't have a sky. The Underdark is basically a giant cave system.
Cold device!
So this little boy's concept of what a dragon looks like is gonna be like a caricature version of a dragon. It's gonna be what you would imagine a dragon to look like if you didn't know what a dragon looks like.
Check this out!
Same thing with like an archer. You're not going to know what an archer looks like. You're going to kind of idealize this kind of Robin Hood-esque figure before you actually know what a real person with a bow looks like.
Check this out!
So all of his different constellation forms in the beginning are going to be kind of that more caricatured, I've heard stories kind of vibe. And then, like, say a member of the party, the adventuring party, is a ranger for whatever reason, then pretty soon the archer form, which is like its first DPS form, is gonna start looking like that character in the adventuring party, because that's what this person's knowledge of an archer, quote quote, looks like. Same thing with a dragon. Like, if there's a dragonborn in the party, then suddenly the dragon form is going to look kind of like a dragonborn.
Check this out!
Because this is a little kid learning about the world from, you know, the Underdark of all places. Like, it's gonna have no bearing on, like, what the surface world looks like. So I made a very highly adaptable, very useful, because Circle of Stars druids are extremely useful, character. And playing around with the idea that, yeah, playing around with the idea of that particular subclass in the hands of someone who doesn't actually know anything about the world, rather than it being a druid and therefore them being like nature and spiritual and shit. Because, like, that's cool and all, but it's not interesting.
Check this out!
Like, everyone's done that. It's not interesting. And the reason why is because most of my characters, actually, I make them to fit whatever setting I'm in, which is a real headache for most DMs. especially ones that are trying to keep their world like a secret. And I was getting frustrated about that because I'm like, I want to make a character that's tailor fit to the world that this DM has created, but a lot of DMs don't want to give me details on what their world is like. So I'm like, fine, I'll just make an extremely adaptable character that can fit into any setting. Yep.
Check this out.
And I picked Drow because the 2024 player handbook removed the sunlight sensitivity that they used to have. Now they're just a variant of elf. And so now I finally get to play one. Without the campaign requiring it to be like a, you know, nighttime mostly kind of setting. Or at least away from sunlight setting.
Check this out.
Althena, lend me your power.
But because I made him this way, I really want to put him in an actual game. Because again, I've even thought of an answer
Check this out.
to a DM that wants to really lay into the fact that, you know, most people distrust and dislike Drow,
In the name of the goddess.
which is an antiquated concept because it's basically just a way to justify racism. But no, I have an answer for what happens if you do that to a 12-year-old who has no idea that that's even a thing. It will make everyone uncomfortable, but it would be realistic.
Check this out.
Also, the age I picked is designed to kind of discourage that kind of bullshit. Because I have heard of that happen before. In fact, I think it's happened to Katarina. She can expound upon that if she wants to. But I have heard of that happening, and I don't want that to happen to me. That would suck. I actually want to play the game now. It's up to her. Katarina, do you want to regale them with what happened when you tried to play Drow?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Seeing as I've never played with that DM again because I thought it was like
Shitty.
it was weird. And
Check this out.
it was uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I don't know. It was just weird.
Fury of the flame.
Check this out.
Mostly just because, like, I don't know. I play D&D to have fun.
We're talking about D&D. Stella?
You came back to the discussion of original lore D&D having very much racism.
Yes.
And how most DMs don't like get into that.
Oh, hang on. We'll roll back. So a character idea that I have is like a 12-year-old Drow character.
And not an actual 12-year-old.
And not an actual 12-year-old.
Check this out.
And I said like, because like elves don't have the same lifespan that humans do, but
In the name of the goddess.
emotional and mental intelligence of a 12-year-old. They're a little kid. Like, they're young. And again, I keep hopping between the age of 12 and 10, but kind of in that zone.
Check this out.
Okay, you are free to continue what you were talking about. Since I have clarified that we're not talking about actual 12-year-olds.
Okay. Yes. But yeah, so I had a DM that decided to use like the old school lore, which I've never had before. Like most
Check
most
this
DMs
out.
I've played with look at the original lore and go, a lot of that seems really overcomplicated, a lot of that
In the name of the
seems really
goddess.
dumb and nonsensical. And a lot of, like, and even some of the rules, like, I've had DMs that go, oh, you're gonna be a drow, cool. We'll ignore the light sensitivity because that's dumb and I'm not doing a
night campaign.
underworld campaign kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, I think I only did 1 or 2 sessions. Because I did the one session, okay, that was a little weird. Maybe that was a one-off. You know? But a bit like, it made me really uncomfortable and stuff. And then it happened throughout the second one too, and I literally just went, thanks for letting me join the group, but I don't think I'll be coming back. And the DM was like offended and like upset that I wasn't gonna come back. And I just simply said out loud to the entire group there, because he decided to be upset in front of the group. So I went, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it in front of everybody. I just went, this was really uncomfortable for me. That's, you know, I come to D&D to have fun, to enjoy myself, to go on an adventure. Not to engage with topics that, well, yes, exist, are extremely uncomfortable. And I was just like, I'm not having fun with this. And I've never played a game with him since, so.
Yeah.
The fact that he got really offended instead of going, what can I do to change to make this engaging and fun for you, to me immediately went, bad DM.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Now,
being
if you want,
harsh or not.
now if you want some old school lore, well, here's the thing: the old school lore in universe. So we're not going to talk about the racism thing, even though that is a factor, and you should always keep in mind that this is a factor. But the actual in-universe lore is that there are 2 goddesses of the Drow, and one of them trying to plot the downfall of, like, the elf god. And
Of the universe.
Of the universe. Like real bad. So it's seen as a big betrayal of the other elves. And it's her and all of her followers, which were the Drow. And so the Drow were banished. You know, full hard stop, no fuck you. And oh no. While I do this, I'll grab Ryan. Wait till Stella comes back from the ad. Hey, Rain.
Hello there.
We're talking D&D.
Ah,
Because I was just getting money, and so I need to find something to talk about.
I see, I see.
Mm-mm. Do I not have... There it is. I know, right? Step right on in. This is a visual indicator of it happening now. It's kind of great. So I put that in there so I could see when ads were around. I'm glad you like it. Okay, you're back? Thank you, Rain.
No ads. Hey, I did the same thing for her in
Check
your
this
stream,
out.
Stella, so you can't complain.
I know, right?
Well,
Fury of the Flame!
Jesus Christ.
Check this out.
Blessing of
oh, it
Althena!
failed to go through. We did it at the same time. Mine just failed to
In the
go
name of
through.
the goddess!
I beat you to it, Katarina.
Yeah,
Check
you
this
did.
out.
By the power of Althena!
I'm so glad that y'all are competing for giving me money.
What are you talking about? I was competing for Stella's
Come on,
affection.
get back on your feet!
There you go.
Oh, is that what it is?
Check this out.
Yes. Clearly.
Blessing of Althena!
But yes,
Anyway,
I love you too, so don't worry.
Althena, lend me
No,
your
I see how it is.
Back
Check
to
this
the
out.
D&D thing.
blessing
Yeah,
of
no,
Althena!
he got really, like, offended that I wasn't having fun because of the subject matters being dealt with. Which A, I thought was weird, and B, that's a sign of a bad DM. Like actually the sign of a bad DM. A good DM will immediately ask you, you know, oh, what part are you struggling with? What can I change to make things better? Like a good DM wants everyone to be as engaged as possible. Which can be a hard balance because, you know, there's murder hobos, loot and scoot, combat fiends, and RPers. And you can have all of them in one group. And keeping them all happy can be complicated. Which I get. It can be a struggle. Yeah, some people just don't want to engage with those topics. Like, that's fine. Which is why, when I'm doing DMing for things, I like, changing the story for one person isn't great. I agree, but there's also a way of then engaging with those topics more delicately. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like you don't have to take the story and just be like, well, fuck it, I'll do something different. No. You can make adjustments that make it so that it's still there, but it's not as you're not taking a mace to the face with the topic.
But mace to face.
Mace to the face. All right, new quote for the bot.
Oh dear, mace to the face became a cool.
What would I ever
feel
use
sorry
that
for the
that
person
for?
getting maced.
What quote could that possibly be used for, Katarina?
I don't know.
Clearly, when Rain is being annoying.
Yeah, that'd be my version of the Van Hammer.
Well, there you go for or silencing someone, muting someone, mace to the face.
Check this out.
Jesus, I'm afraid of you guys.
Hey, she did it, not me.
Of course, it's Katarina. Katarina's all violence. Ask questions later.
In the name of the goddess!
I think I've come into a zone that
You're not supposed to be yet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that looks like that hurt. Oh god.
In the name of the goddess!
Oh god.
things are not going well.
This out.
When was the last time you saved?
Oh, don't say that. Oh, it's been a while.
Cold device!
Check this out.
By the power of Althena!
I mean, I cater things to one person in a stream. Me. If I'm not having fun, then what's the point?
Yes, Stella, I completely agree with you on all points. I wasn't asking him to change like full aspects of it. Like I started with, you know, proposing compromise. And he was just offended that I might want to change his story. I'm just like, that's not. No.
Well, to be fair, what he was doing wasn't even about his story. It was about how things were engaging with you. Right.
Save her, guys.
Everyone is shouting.
Everybody's yelling at me to save now. Oh no.
I mean, was I wrong?
Don't try
No.
and save her, guys.
We need the save redeem back. I'll put the save redeem back.
Yeah, you do.
Check this out.
It's just like, no, hit button.
I
Thank you for
mean,
the hydrate.
it would have been hilarious if you walked all the way back, healed, and then walked all the way forward and died without saving.
Check this out.
Wow.
Like, that would have been absolutely hysterical.
They're so mean. True though.
I would have fell out of my chair laughing.
Gotcha!
Cold device.
Huh.
Being honest.
People are dying. I'm glad I saved. Because there they go.
Cat, you saved her. For the love of the peanut.
Let me just go somewhere else to level. Go somewhere else to get money.
Yeah. Anyway, so did you hear what I said about, like, I wasn't rejecting the story or asking you to change everything? You heard that, right?
Yes.
Stella would be Jessica. I could see that.
No, it's Cat.
No,
Stella
I cast
too.
Fist.
But Jessica.
Stella too. Huh?
Huh? She's my healer who has historically just beaten the crap out of things instead of healing.
The only problem with that is I don't see Kat being a healer unless you know she's been a healer before.
She
or
has.
something. Oh, okay.
I have. Much to my party's,
Dismay.
regret? Regret. No, there's regret. And,
Yes,
and
the
to
one
be
who
clear,
straight
I
up
kept them
was
alive.
like, "No, I'm gonna hit things." When I tried to see
To-
her
to-
animations and listen to her voice stabs. That was her. Yep, that's Jessica for sure.
Katarina and Stella for sure.
Yep, none of them died. I kept them alive the whole time.
Why heal when I can bash?
When
their
I can
faces?
bash them with this mace.
That was also part of it. Why would I
The
spend
best-
time healing you if I can kill the thing that's hitting you?
Yeah, the best healing is just kill the monster.
The best healing is to prevent future damage by murdering the thing that's attacking you.
Check this out.
Fury of the flame.
My DM party also regretted me being healer because she was not a good aligned character. And the fun thing about healing, if you get to high enough level, is you can torture people forever.
Your healer is morally gray or worse.
She was technically a chaotic good character.
Technically,
man.
chaotic good was the official alignment but when asked specifically what that meant, because our DM didn't like the alignment
Chaotic.
system, which is fair.
Well, it also doesn't like
Yeah,
chaotic
asked
characters
specifically.
because a lot of people make chaotic asshole.
Right. So he asked me specifically, you know, what's the moral code of your character then? And it was oh, my brain just died. Thank you.
It was the good of all.
I needed you. Sorry?
It was the good of the many.
Check this out.
Yes, but it was also
And the ends justified the means.
The ends justify the means.
Yeah, but it was literally those two tenets was the good of the
greater
many.
good, and the ends justify the means were the core tenets to my healer's belief system.
Goodness.
Alpina, lend me your power.
Which you can tell, like, you can already tell how those two in combination can create downright evil actions. Like, you know, torture.
We need to get information from this guy. Okay.
Okay, give me like 5 minutes.
Yep. You asked for information. I got you your information.
How I got it doesn't really matter.
The one that knew. And you were right, he did know that. Yeah, but why were you in there for 6 hours? You can go look if you want. Oh, okay. Holy shit.
They're nearly dead in there. What did you do to them?
But they're not dead.
I got your
How does
information.
one person produce so much
Check this
blood?
out.
They don't. Anyway.
And I wonder why I am a tank. With you crazy people out there.
But yeah. So.
Luckily,
Guess I
tanks
haven't
can pretty
played
much
a
heal
healer.
themselves
Check
these
this
days.
Not in D&D they can't.
I know, right?
Haven't fact played a healer.
Alpina, lend me
I
your
tank in
power.
Final Fantasy 14.
Well, technically, I think paladins can. I think one of their things. I think it's lay on hands. It's touch, and they could choose to touch themselves.
Yeah.
But I think that's
Lay on
the
hands
only
is
thing
going to
they
be
get
half
in terms of saving themselves.
Yeah, lay on hands is one of those spells that you can always cast on self.
One way to not trust your healers, I guess?
The only way, because like the other ones really don't have it. Like paladins, I think is the only one that does that doesn't require you like to multi-class into another
Check
character.
this out.
And technically, a cleric can be a tank because they can wear heavy armor.
Yeah.
So if you want a real tanky, character that also can save themselves, just be a cleric.
Yeah.
Check this out.
I've seen this anime. I haven't watched it.
Isn't it one of the ones that we were gonna watch?
No.
No.
This one's like,
Check this out.
it's like there are different types of healers or something. Like I can't remember the English translation for the title is, but it's
In the name of
Anyway.
the goddess.
it's or a different kind of healer, I think is what the translation is. But no, we definitely haven't.
Check this out.
No,
Oh,
one of the ones that
Andrews
trying
is
to watch
just giving
the-
it to us. Apparently, it's the wrong way to use healing magic.
Alpina,
Oh,
lend
That's the
me
name
your
of the
power.
anime. Yeah. The English name.
Oh,
I've
okay.
heard of it. I just didn't watch it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
No, the one I wanted to watch with you was
Uh-oh. Did we lose connection?
it's,
What
died.
yeah, I think so. Oh no, I'm back.
Katarina's rebooting.
Hello?
Hello,
Yes, we hear you.
stream?
How come my router's crapping out?
Yeah, I see stream issues. I just refreshed though, and it's fine.
Well, no, my router and her router are different.
We're different because mine requires, hard line and a very specific speed and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So we got two. But we're on a network, Rain. You'd be so proud.
Or multiple networks, but anyway.
It seems to be
Do you
doing.
actually have a switch, or you just...
No, they're like I am plugged into a different router than she is. And
Is it
these
running
routers-
off the same network, though, or do you guys have two different ISPs?
No, I have two different ISPs.
Okay, then it is not a network.
No, technically it's not. I was making jokes.
Two separate networks. Anyway, Stella. Yeah.
Although I kind of want to. That'd be neat. That's what we should do. We should get Rain out here to wire us up an actual network.
I mean, you guys pick what service you want, and I can build a Switch for you.
Woohoo!
We will figure it out once we're in a nicer place.
That's true. Right now, we're not in the
Not a
best of
place
places.
worth doing that in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
how many ports on a Switch would you need? Like, you don't have that many devices to plug up, do you? So
Like,
like,
so
an
that's
8-port,
two
2
6,
computers,
3.
3 consoles,
oh yeah, all your consoles. I
All
always
my
forget
consoles.
console.
4 console. Well, no, because GameCube can't do that.
So a 6-port Switch, is that enough?
I think so.
Or
Mm.
you want to go with an 8-port?
I think 8, just so I can, live. Like it can be a little future proof in case I don't know. They decide that the PS6 is not gonna be compatible with the PS5 and the PS4, and so that'd just be another one. It's probably 8. Just
You don't want them to run off Wi-Fi, Andrew, but yes.
Yeah, especially not for streaming. Like no, like I make sure that the PC and the 2 main consoles, so the PS5 and the PS3, are hardlined so that there's no like stuttering, there's no network connection, there's no jank. I do my very best to keep this as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's what you guys really want to do, I can do that.
You
once-
make it sound like that's a bad idea.
No, I'm not saying as if it's a bad idea. I'm saying as if like it's something that you need to research before you commit,
Oh, for sure.
or get me to tell you what you need based on what your demand is.
Get you to commit for us.
Yeah. Because, like I just said, I was just spitballing. Hey, how many devices do you want to plug up? But like, you got to consider like which switch you want to use, what network traffic is going through. Because if you and Katarina are trying to do something at the same time, and you only have a certain amount of bandwidth that your switch can handle, one of you is going to get fucked.
Yeah.
So all that has to be taken into consideration.
For sure.
Yeah. It would save spending on 2 different ISPs though, for sure.
I mean, I don't pay for mine. It's the
Katarina's like, well,
household.
it's the household one. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only one we pay for is the one that I specifically hook up to the stream.
Yeah, which is the dedicated one for streaming.
Katarina's like, well, that is true, but we only pay for one anyway, so.
Yeah.
Just because our landlady is very nice. She understood that
Yeah.
Katarina herself really doesn't use that much. It was only me that was the problem in terms of moving, like having a large amount of bandwidth.
Yeah.
So I assume her household stuff is not really
It's
fit for streaming.
no, it's
Absolutely not.
it's definitely like someone who doesn't play video games and just needs something to browse the web kind of internet, which I mean there's a place for it. Like obviously, like that's not a bad thing. It's just not good for streaming.
Yeah, probably like 200 up, 200 down, or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah, it suffices, and that's what's important.
I mostly watch YouTube and like talk on Discord. So I don't need good internet.
But Katarina, we love you. We want you to, have good internet so you can do things. But you work all the time, so that.
Yep.
There's
I
that.
do it
Rest in
back work
peace.
all the time. Yeah, that's about to get worse for a little while, but anyway.
Oof. Double rest in peace. I'll send flowers.
There you go.
Check this out.
We kind of hopped around. We went from D&D to anime to...
I think I was derailing the conversation with, you know, Twitch.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Check this out.
Right now, we're just kind of wandering around anyway, so... Normal conversation is A-okay.
I know. Yeah, both Andrew and I are.
Check this out.
We were both derailing the conversation.
That's fine.
And
In the
Stella
name of the goddess.
went back under her rock and hid. Come back,
Get back to the
Stella.
moon.
Right?
What we should do then, if she keeps hiding under rocks, is we should drag her out and throw her into the waste chest.
I mean,
Check this out.
She cannot escape us then.
Wow.
Cold of ice.
A terrible person. Don't listen to me.
I'm always trying to drag Stella out. It's Stella that doesn't want to come out half the time.
Check this out.
PNG tubing? What's that? I'm dumb.
It's basically so instead of turning on your camera and actually, you know, being seen, it's just
Oh,
a couple of pictures that
Yeah.
usually has an open mouth and a closed mouth and maybe one or two with blinking.
Yeah, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, to give people a thing to see and to interact with,
Cold of ice.
without you necessarily having to put your camera on.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is actually tracking your face movement. It literally just reacts to sound.
Yep.
Check
Yeah, I've
this
seen a
out.
couple of those and heard about that. I just didn't know it was called PNG.
Yeah, it's actually got a name. Mhm.
PNG VTubing. Yeah.
Cold of ice.
I mean, I did that for a while.
I mean, I played around with it.
Some of them look really good. Like I've seen some.
Check this out.
Yeah, I wanted to
I
have
eventually
one.
did the motion tracking stuff.
In the name of the goddess.
I went to the motion tracking stuff, and then very shortly after, I just went, screw it. I just turned on the camera.
Actually bought a webcam today, finally.
Why for?
Because if I need it for like things.
Yeah, I can't spend
Everybody's gonna see his bug.
Check this out.
hundreds of dollars. I think you mean
You guys aren't gonna see my
close,
bug.
close
What do
to
you
a
mean?
grand.
Cold of ice.
Man, I just don't
Wanna
like
see
the
a
way.
bald old man with a beard.
I just don't like the way that even a good VTuber model primarily only does like the head. They can't
Check
move
this
like
out.
their body.
There are ones that can, but you require a very specific program.
Cold of ice.
That the program itself is very expensive.
Yeah, but
and
like,
then getting a rig built specifically for that program is another level of expensive.
yeah, but
What
like,
do you mean? The only thing people want to show off is face and boobs. That's it.
I know, but like, it looks so weird that you can't move their shoulders.
I like damn it, I never.
Alpina, lend me
She's
your
all
power.
over my YouTube, and I can never remember her name.
There's some that like go full motion capture. It's great.
Check this out.
Yeah, no, she's a VTuber, and her avatar is like
Gotcha!
a human ferret. I don't know how else to describe her character. That okay. I'm just gonna copy and paste his name into the chat because I'm not gonna try
Check
and
this out.
this.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of her. She's hilarious.
Me and
Oh.
Rain cannot spend too much time together anymore.
What do you mean?
We're doing the same jokes at the same time.
But her model has like a shocking amount of range for it being a VTube model. Like it actually is a, I guess not a 3D render. But she's been asked multiple times how much her rig costs, and it was like just shy of $1,500.
Oh man.
And that's not including like extra costumes. That was the one costume. And now she has like multiple costumes. But yeah, anyway.
Alpina, lend me your power.
What cave is this that you're in?
This is the one with the breaking floor and shit.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of like, meh. Where in the hell am I?
Check this out.
That's why I was like, what cave are you in again? That's the Blue Dragon Cave?
What? Oh.
It's technically the shrine. It's not the actual Winder. It's not actually the Blue Dragon Cave. It's the one right before it. We have to get their song back because apparently someone took it.
Check this out.
Cold device.
Hey, now this is a very old traditional classic JRPG. You have to give it respect for what it does, even if it's tedious. Just hear ice melting.
Tomorrow is going to be an intense day.
What you got going on tomorrow, Kat?
She's
Well, not
gonna
me. I just
work.
mean in general.
Yeah.
Okay. I've gotten back to where I was. Up. Let me go up. No. It's the wrong side.
I hate to do this, but you know what would be nice for this dungeon?
Please,
A map.
tell me. Uh-huh. Yeah.
A map. Change the tune.
That's nice. Can I please leave?
Nope. In story. Must continue.
I don't want to
know,
be
actually.
in here. I don't want to. No. Nerfus. Wait.
Use escape or escape litany.
Right. I can just leave. No. I don't want to do this today. I have decided. I'm not in the mood to do this today.
Oh man. I like how you do like a one dungeon in this game. You're like, I can't.
The PSP version does it better. No. No, I'm
I
done,
don't even
Andrew.
remember 100% like what the difference is. I guess I have to watch the VODs again because like I just do not remember Lunar.
So I know one thing is
but
there's
then
more.
again, like
Huh?
I was gonna say, but then again, like I enjoyed Lunar 2 a lot more than Lunar 1, so maybe I'm just so used to Lunar 2.
Possibly.
That's me.
But anyway, so there's more items in the PSP version, so that makes it just easier to navigate and wander around. And two, I really think that the 3D environment, like the 3D space, makes it easier to know where you are and where you're supposed to go, because it's broken up into multiple screens and not just in a you fell down a hole and so now there's an entirely other big screen to navigate. Like per level there are multiple
that's fair.
screens.
Like
I guess more digestible
definitely
chunks.
valid criticism.
Yeah, I would say that it breaks it up into more digestible chunks that are easier to kind of keep in your brain while you're navigating a dungeon.
I mean, there has to be a reason why they decided to, change it for the PSP version.
Yeah.
So it's not like your criticisms are, not something that they thought of was an issue.
Yeah, well, and also I imagine that the PSP being a handheld device
Made it so they had to condense it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I imagine part of it was hardware limitations and screen limitations specifically. Goodness, it sounds bad. It's supposed to, but oof.
So PSP is better than PlayStation. Is that what we're arguing?
That is my opinion on the matter. During the actual playthrough of my PSP version, someone literally said you should try the PS1 version. So there are people who like the PS1 version more.
Oh. Did you actually go back and watch one of your VODs to confirm? Or I'm just curious.
I did look at a lot, not this one, I didn't go to here and confirm. But I did watch the first, I want to say 3 dungeons in the PSP version just to remember how they all sounded. 2, I wanted to see if there were any changes to the story and because there were things that in this version didn't hit like they did in the PSP version. Now it could be because this is not a first playthrough. I know what's going to happen, and a first playthrough is where you're going to have the biggest emotional attachment to any character.
Yeah.
Even for me, who's kind of in analytical mode from Go, I'm going to be more emotionally invested the first time than I am the second time. That's why I am opposed to spoiling. It's not about how old a game is or anything like that. It's that every single person can only experience a story for the first time once. And that should be, preserved, in my opinion. So it could be that part of it is just, I know the story now, and so the emotional beats are yeah, I know. But it also...
Alien's rant when he kidnaps Quark, yeah.
Yeah. But also I think that because, again, we're looking at... So... Let me actually see if I can get a talking of some kind. Anything. Probably not, because I already did screens. But when we're talking to our characters in the PS1 version, they are a small little, basically a bust in the bottom section of the screen just to denote who's talking and a little bit of emotional data in how their face is drawn. Right? In the PSP version, and it takes up almost the entire screen when they're talking, it'll be the same poses, but you get a half body shot, or in the case of Null, his entire body, because Null is very small.
Yeah. I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, you get these nice either half or whole body shots of what they're doing and their entire body language, and they're able to hit bigger poses because of this better shot. It's not just Alex is sad, you can see it also in how he holds himself as a physical person. So I think presentationally, that's a big win for the PSP version. Because because the emotion hits more, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's more voice acting. I think there's more voice acting. But I can't remember if there's more voice acting. It's roughly the same. And there are some scenes that they either added additional scenes for more action-based things. I think Luna getting on the boat was a full scene in the PSP version, whereas of course in the PS1 version it's just the little sprite gets dragged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cutscene. I remember specifically.
Yeah. So there are things where no. If the characters need to be doing complex motion, the PSP version is likely going to have a whole scene for it, whereas this one they'll just move the sprite around, and that's partially because of the PS1's hardware limitations.
Yep.
So like that's not a problem. It's just that is a win for the PSP version because that means that those bigger moments can hit better because you get a full scene.
Yeah. They can only fit so much on a CD, so
Yeah. Like it's I'm not saying the PS1 version is bad. I'm just saying the PSP version is better. which makes it the worst of the three, Andrew. That's what makes it the bad one. You are the only person who advocates for the Sega CD.
Andrew likes his classics.
He likes his classics. So, I would say that for me personally, who is just directionally challenged, I really miss my 3D environments that are much easier to keep in my brain. As to, okay, you go here, you do this, you move over, like you move over 2 screens to do X, Y, and Z. Right? So I can kind of keep kind of a navigational map via what screen I'm on. Which helps with my directionally challenged self. So that's probably a me specific gripe.
Directionally challenged or the no, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So I'll say that one specifically is a me specific thing. People who are really good at spatial awareness probably have no problem with these dungeons. I just can't. I'm just real bad at it. But in terms of how the story is presented, I do think the PSP is objectively the better version.
So now here's my thought. Would it have been better if you played this version before the PSP?
I think I would have given up on this one if I did this one first. Remember, I don't have that kind of patience. Like, I'm giving this one the patience because I know the story is good. But on a first playthrough, I would not have that kind of reassurance that the story is in fact good.
Okay.
So I would see this not great like dungeon design, and again, for me specifically, I find the dungeon design kind of crappy in this one. So I think that if I was confronted with this dungeon design on a first playthrough, I would consider the gameplay too tedious for the story that it was currently telling. Because it is a very simplistic story. They do it very well, but it's a very simplistic story. Boy and his childhood friend/girlfriend go off on an adventure, and then she gets kidnapped, and so he becomes the hero. Like, it's a really simple premise. So I would find the level of tediousness of this particular iteration of the story to be too much of a cost for the story it's telling. However, I know from the PSP version that no, the story is actually really good. And I really would like to get to that again. I'm just having to fight this dungeon design a little bit.
This is an example where gameplay is kind of defeating you.
Yeah, like remember, that's why I usually say that I don't really take gameplay into account until it starts affecting my play experience one way or another. In this case, the gameplay is just clunky enough to where it's hindering my ability to go to the story, which is a bummer. I like it better when the two are at least not competing with each other. They don't have to always be like in lockstep, because really good games, the mechanics support the narrative in a way that is really neat. No, I just don't want to do this. I keep trying to walk in here and I just don't want to do it. So like really good games, like these two are in perfect lockstep, and I like they do some really cool things that I think is really neat. It's the reason why people like the Dark Souls games so much, because the unforgiving gameplay mechanics fit the tone of the world building that they're setting. Like the two work together to create that kind of oppressive atmosphere. Whether you like the combat or not, that's not really the important factor. The important factor is that they do work together to create that vibe of Dark Souls.
No, I get you.
Same thing with like Horizon Zero Dawn, where you have to.
This is clearly the inferior version because of the changing the voices.
You know what? You right. The changing of Jessica's voice is unforgivable.
Galleon too.
Galleon too. Yeah, how do you mess up your villain? Your main villain. I think Nash too. Like again, I keep kind of flip-flopping on Nash because he does kind of have that prissy energy, but I think he's just not enough of a prick in this one.
I think Nash still has the vocal lines that make him a prick, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
deliver.
he's got the dialogue for it, but I think the voice could be just a little bit more of an ass. Like really sell just that nose up in the air attitude he has.
And then there's Kyle.
I mean, to be fair, it does work, but honestly, his as long as you gave him a deeper voice that made him yell a lot, like he'd be fine. Kyle is not a hard guy to voice. The scenes were modified. They did change the dialogue to modernize it.
Yes.
Even though they still do the same things, like they still did Kyle saying, "This is why a man should have driven instead of a woman." Like, what?
Yeah, they still deliver the same context of what they're saying. It's just some words will be like slightly altered.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, you didn't modernize
They
it
won't
then.
give, yeah, old pronunciations or things that's just like not accepted in modern society now. Like the main thing I always mention is like when you play Lunar 2, you realize that Jean says nothing about being a gypsy. She's just a dancer.
Yeah, which again, that makes sense because the word gypsy is derogatory. But like, they kept all the sexism. Like, I don't understand. I guess being a sexist is more acceptable in this society than using a racial slur.
Anywho.
I mean, that's what that just told me. Like, what do you expect me? Like, how else should I analyze that?
I just went for him. She's like, okay, where are we going with all this?
Oh, we're talking at this point. Like, I've tried to walk into a dungeon and I have rejected this dungeon, so we're just chatting. This is shifted to a just chatting stream.
I gotcha.
Believe
Although
me,
I
these
am
are not
probably
beliefs
going.
that we believe in, Katarina.
What's up?
I said these are not
I know.
beliefs
I was
that we
just like,
believe in.
what's happening?
Yeah. Both Andrew and Rain are trying to prevent me from ending the stream an hour early.
We really are.
I mean, I'm going to bed soon. Like,
she's like, I'm out.
like I might not survive the stream. I'm so tired.
Well, no, I think I am gonna end it here. Just because I am just sitting around chatting and not actually playing the video game anymore.
I tried, guys. I apologize.
You did try. You got me onto literally the one thing that I would talk about on stream. Narrative. Narrative storytelling. And why the two should work together. But anyhow, we are gonna end the stream. I will do my best to walk into that dungeon another time.
And hours later. Can't even say that. More like 10 days later. So,
What?
guys, we're still in the
This
same
one fucking
I
dungeon,
just
yeah.
can't muster the strength to do it.
No. What will happen is just on Wednesday, it's just gonna be 14 again.
I gave up on Lunar, guys.
Give up on Lunar, guys. No, I will finish this game. I wanna
Even we have
put
to
Lucia
find
back
you
in
a
the
map.
rock. What's up?
Even if we have to find you a map.
We can't listen.
I mean, yeah, you can always go on like GameStop and grab the PNG maps.
the
They
PNG
exist.
maps. They exist?
They exist.
Oh man, I might have
That's
to.
what people used back in the day.
I might have to just because I need a map.
Look, I remember having a notebook and a pencil next to me when playing video games.
She's like, I played old school Zelda.
Right?
Yep. Sure did.
During Link's Awakening,
Where you could,
I had to write down where I went.
You could hard lock yourselves out of completing a dungeon and have to restart the entire game if you used the key on the wrong door.
A Link to the Past, yes. Have fun
That
when you
was
Ocarina
stream
of
that
Time.
series.
It was Ocarina of Time too.
Yeah, the fucking water temple.
The Forest Temple and the Water Temple,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck
Yeah, and the
that.
Forest Temple, yeah.
And Jabu Jalu.
Yes, yeah, and Jabu
The
Jabu,
damn
yeah, there were
belly.
so many
You
soft
could lock
blocks.
yourself in the damn belly.
Mhm.
We're done.
Luckily, I don't know if you guys played the Master Quest version of that game though, where they
I
fixed
loved
that,
it.
but it was harder.
Oh no, it wasn't harder. Not really.
Well, not
I
harder
enjoyed it
for
more.
a veteran Zelda player, but harder for people who didn't play Zelda games.
Yes. Sure.
Like me.
I'll agree to that. But no, the Master Quest
Katarina's
versions were
like,
fantastic.
look, I've been playing Zelda since I was
Since
3.
birth.
This game was easy.
I know exactly what I'm doing in any Zelda
So
game.
was Majora's Mask. Like, I liked them both, but they were easy.
She's like, Majora's Mask
I'm
was
sorry,
nothing.
Katarina. I did not mean to disrespect your Zelda capacity.
Majora's Mask is what? Wait, what did you say, Ice?
Oh, I was like, you're over there like saying Majora's Mask is easy, and I've heard some people be like, no, that fucker's hard.
Not really.
I've heard both. I've heard both.
Okay.
Some people really struggle with the time crunch and the 3-day cycle.
Oh. Yeah, like, okay. You need to get good at fighting the bosses, but the moment you figure out, like, how to beat them, it suddenly isn't hard. Like,
Oh no!
this one simple trick lets you beat the boss. Cool. And then you have to learn that one trick for, like, all 4 of them, and you can get them all done in, like, 5 minutes.
I mean, I
you
think
hear
the
that?
main thing that
Literally
people
just said,
had
"Get good."
difficulty with in the beginning of Majora's Mask is the first boss of the Woodfall Temple can be beaten 3 different ways, and people would not
Yes.
want to settle.
Nah, I'm just happy. I'm just so pleased that I got on recording Katarina saying the answer is to get good. Alright, Souls player.
No, it's...
No, I'm very amused.
Yeah.
No. That is gonna... Somebody find her saying that and clip it. I want it clipped.
Get good, scrubbins. Anyway.
We're gonna let you.
On-
end the
yeah, on
stream
that
now, otherwise
bombshell.
We're gonna keep going.
On that bombshell, good night, everyone!
Na-na.